Hey guys, what's going on? Just making a quick video for my overview setup. I always talk about how I'm doing the highest quality that I can, but I'm yet to really post any videos that show the whole setup and how I achieve this. So I'm going to show you guys right now. This is the quote-unquote 4K Hideaway. It's my little home away from home. Has the whole dual setup. I have a gaming PC up top right there, and down there is the streaming PC, and I'll explain how that's all set up. But I guess we'll get started with the meat and potatoes of everything. This is the gaming PC that I use to stream. It is a RTX 3090 Founders Edition in there with a Beisky water-cooled block. We got the Doomercorn guy doing his thing. Doom's a big deal to me. It was the first PC game I played in the 90s. We also have a 10900K overclocked right there, being fed by the closed-loop system as well. That's running at 5.1 gigahertz. In addition to that, we also have 64 gigabytes of RAM, and tucked away down below Doomer guy is a 4 terabyte regular HDD, and then I also have a Samsung 1 terabyte SSD that it's the base model. It's not any of that new NVMe stuff, but it made a huge difference when loading up games like Cyberpunk. For the cooling aspect of everything, we have fans in there keeping the airflow going, but actually this is a closed loop system, and this is the first radiator that cools the CPU. This is a dual radiator setup, as you'll see behind it. This radiator cools the CPU, and this one right here cools the GPU. Now, the GPU is cooled by the same liquid, which is pumped and fed via this gigantic reservoir over here that you can see. And how it all works is, this is the gaming PC. The streaming PC is another animal that we're about to get to right now. So let me take you down below, show you how all this works. Right here we have my streaming PC, which is basically a Z230 workstation PC with some serious upgrades I found on eBay. The graphics card is a Zotac 1070, which isn't anything impressive today, really, but for streaming 4K, that's all you really need. Speaking of 4K streaming, as you look, we have the AverMedia 4K item flashing us in the face. This is my capture card, and what I mean by capture card is my gaming PC feeds an HDMI cable that I'll show you right now, pardon the gorilliness, around the back over here. And as you can see, we have two HDMI cables right there. And the top one is being fed by the gaming PC into the streaming PC, sorry. And then the bottom one goes back up and feeds it to the television. So that way I can still play this game on 4K on my television and record the item to the gaming PC. I mean, the streaming PC. This is getting good. So, continuing onward in this gorilla video, we have my audio setup. My audio setup, by that I mean, is an XLR mic using a complete Audio 6 interface. As you can see, the XLR Mogami cable feeding on through. We have an Audix MX6 performance mic, which actually, despite not being a typical condenser mic, is a $200+ microphone that works really great. Maybe one day I'll switch to condenser, but this is far better than your Audio-Technica 2020s or something like that, or whatever that one is that everyone seems to be using in terms of quality. This is my Stream Deck. My Stream Deck is what I use to make sound effects and funny noises when I'm streaming. I push this button and effects will go off. It's always a good time, always a good laugh. Let me see if I can get that loaded up for you right now. We got anything? It's giving me a hard time right now, but when it works, it works. You guys hear it. Over here, we have the gaming controllers that I like to use. I have an old 8-bit Do, which one is this? Damn, this is old. The SN30S? NES? Anyway, this was their original one that I really liked. This is the SN30 Pro, which is my favorite gaming controller of all time. I always game on this. When I'm doing my games, and unless it's an old school retro game, which is that one over there we'll get to, this is my go-to. I love this controller. It is the combination of the two greatest controllers ever to me, and that is the DualShock 1 and the Super Nintendo controller, which really laid the foundation for the PlayStation controller. And to see this like this is kind of like a dream I had a long time ago come true. Furthermore, we have this, the 8-bit Do arcade stick. Now, you're going to hear people say this is a pretty good entry-level arcade stick, and I can't vouch for that because I haven't used any of those really expensive ones, though I do have plans to mod this, and once you mod it, you know, it's just opinion. I like this controller stick a lot. Makes life very easy for me when I'm playing my old-fashioned beat-em-ups, and actually, like, the 16-bit games, which were pretty much just arcade games with controllers, are really, really satisfying, and it's awesome. It has its own, the ability to connect via Bluetooth, or the 2.4 gigahertz adapter, which is this blue flashing item right here. It's actually great. It just turns on and it connects right away. Let's see if we can get it to happen. Yep, connected right away by the 2.4 gigahertz. It's great. as you can see. For my gaming monitor, it's nothing special. It's a base model Element Television 60 Hertz. I need to get that upgraded. It's great for what it is. The quality is awesome, but, you know, I would like a 120 or even higher gigahertz, preferably, monitor. For the streaming PC monitor, it's just a simple HD monitor, nothing fancy. As you can see, we got everything going on over here. And this is pretty much the setup, guys. I don't have a whole lot more to explain. One day I'll explain how I do the dual streaming, but I just want everybody to get an idea of the equipment I'm working with and the quality I'm providing. And again, if you like any comments, leave them below. I would love to hear what your opinions are, what upgrades I have. You know, ask me how much I paid for the 3090 at Hertz. We also have the two lights up here, which I missed. Those are actually dual LED panels you see up top. Those turn on. Just didn't want to turn them on for the video for effect. And again, guys, this is Ilsun4K. Make sure you like and subscribe. YouTube, Ilsun4K. Twitch, Ilsun4K. Thanks, guys. Take care.